Micro-Jig, maker of the gripper. Work safer, work smarter.
I made this chime cover in 2010 and the kids were playing ball in the house and they managed to knock it off the wall and it cracked. So I need to make a new one. Their mother always said, don't play ball in the house.
Mom's favorite vase.
She always says, don't play ball in the house. I'll be grounded.
Just like the last one, I'm going to make it out of cherry. But this time I'm going to make it in the green and green style. The plan is to get all of the lumber for the tops and the sides from these two boards. I'm going to flatten one face next and then plane these to thickness. Using my miter gauge at the table saw, I'm going to cut the sides and the top and bottom to length. For the joiner for this piece, I'm going to use a proud finger joint, and I'm going to make them using my dado set at the table saw. With the piece dry assembled so far, it's much easier to visualize where the groove needs to go for the panel. Now I've already marked the location for the panel and we'll make those grooves at the router table. The side grooves were a piece of cake to make, but for the top and bottom we need to make a stop groove because we don't want the groove to go out the side of the top or the bottom. I made lines on my fence for my start and stop position. Now I know where to drop the piece on and where to stop at the end of the cut. I planed the thickness of a piece of cherry. Now I need to cut it to length and width. And then I need to rabbet each edge so that it'll fit into the 1/4 inch groove. So I can get this 1/2 inch thick panel to fit into a 1/4 inch groove. I'm going to rabbet each edge of this panel with a rabbeting bit at the router table. Now I'll just finish off these round holes in the panel using a square hole punch. I'm going to round over all the pieces with an 1/8 inch radius roundover bit, and on the fingers where I can't get with the router bit, I'm going to do those by hand. Because this is a G&G piece, I'm going to embellish the sides of the finger joint with an ebony plug. I've temporarily clamped the piece together. Now I'm just going to pre-drill for some screws, which will be hidden by the plugs. I have a square ebony rod that's 5/1000ths of an inch bigger than the hole we need to plug, and that'll make for a really nice tight fit. So I'm going to pillow one end of the ebony rod and then cut off a section and plug these holes. A couple of small brads in the back of the chime cover will allow me to attach it to the chime mechanism. I really do hope you guys liked this week's video, and if you're not already subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you go to this link over here, you can show your support by putting a little something in the tip jar. Thanks for watching, guys.